Boston Public tonight at 8 on Fox 5. You're watching Good Day New York.
Welcome back to Good Day New York. I'm Jim Ryan here with the gang. It's 53 degrees under cloudy skies. Mr. Price will have the complete forecast straight ahead. But first, Lynn Brown, the greatest with the latest.
Hi, thank you very much, Jim, and good morning, everyone. War is raging again in the West Bank. At least 9 Palestinians have been killed after Israeli forces rolled into Hebron this morning. Reports say among the dead are 6 civilians killed when a missile from a helicopter was fired into a house. The Israeli army says that it has no interest in staying in Hebron. It's only rounding up suspected terrorists. Soldiers say they found 2 suitcases filled with explosives. Hundreds of Jewish New Yorkers braved the rain to rally in Brighton Beach in support of Israel. They were joined by Governor Pataki.
You have made us a stronger country because of your love of freedom that has brought you here. Let us take that love of freedom and shout it from the rooftops, not just for the people of America, but for the people of Israel and for the people of the world. Thank you.
At another rally in Midtown, protesters call for an end to anti-Semitism in Europe. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld is wrapping up his trip overseas after making several stops in Afghanistan and Russia. Mr. Rumsfeld met with American troops over the weekend, and just this morning he discussed humanitarian efforts with the Russian defense minister. Meanwhile, Turkish troops have agreed to take over the peacekeeping mission in Afghanistan from the Brits. A skating scandal that rocked the Winter Olympics is now the subject of full-blown hearings in Switzerland, and that has a French judge skating on thin ice. She voted for a pair of Russian skaters and later said she was pressured to do it. The Russians won the gold over Canadian couple Jamie Soleil and David Pelletier. They later protested and were also awarded gold. The judge now says she's been made a scapegoat. And finally, she is credited with turning Barbie into the world's most famous doll. Ruth Handler died in Los Angeles from complications of colon surgery. She named the doll after her daughter, Barbara. The Barbie doll made its debut in 1959, and since then, more than 1 billion dolls have been sold worldwide. Ruth Handler was 85 years old. And we are going to say welcome into the world. Tiffany RTD, this is her new nephew. Is he not the cutest? Julian is his American name, Koya, his Japanese name, born April 26. Congratulations, Tiffany, to you and your family. And that's the latest from Fox 5 News.
Well, I was going to do a birth too.
Yeah, then we have the sound effect.
I'll have to wait now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Did I steal your thunder?
Upstage by Koya.
Pardon the pun.
Sorry.
Nice to see you.
And your lovely self.
Did you have a nice weekend?
I had a delightful weekend.
Good.
Was that you? I heard you were on the dance floor out in the birdcage down on South Beach with the shirt open to your waist.
Goodness.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
No, I was at Century City in Boca Raton, dancing with red buttons and a bunch of my grandparents' friends. 7:33 right now.
And just in time for the early bird special.
Yes, we were doing the funky chicken soup. It is 7:33. Let's walk on over to the weather wall and see what's happening. Boy, we got plenty of rain in the area. That's a good thing. 1.64 inches falling in Central Park.
So the drought's over.
No, no. The drought is not over.
They're stealing our water.
Every time, they're stealing our. Every time it rains, everyone walks up to me on the street and goes, drought all done? No, it's not. We are still in a level 1 drought emergency, everybody. Do your part. You can tell we should have more river here, or more whatever this is. Let's put up the numbers and see what's happening as we take a look at the Hudson East River something. 53 as we look outside of the thermometer, 89% humidity, cloudy skies. Control room, if we can get a location on this, that'd be great. West winds at about 9 miles per hour with a rising barometer at 29.55. The Raritan River, of course, the Raritan River. And you can see the river water is quite Raritan at this point. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the maps. Rising barometer thermometer, all a good sign. Temperatures beginning to move on up. 55 right now at JFK and LaGuardia, 54 at Newark, 55 at Morristown, 48 at Newburgh, and 48 at Poughkeepsie, 43 at New Haven, 45 in the Hamptons, and the same in Islip. The story today, mostly cloudy, but that doesn't mean we'll be without sunshine. Also keep in mind that most of the area is going to be dry. We could see a stray shower to the north and the west of the city. If you're heading out early this morning, you may want to take that foldable umbrella. If not, again, I think we should be okay. Tomorrow, we're going to see clouds roll in again during the late afternoon. A system's going to be working its way in right now over the Midwest, pushing its way through. That could bring us a shower late into the evening tomorrow. And then as we head into Wednesday, we clear up, mild air returns, and we're in some nice shape. Now, Thursday, another system's coming up from Oklahoma. That could bring us some more showers. But as we head into the weekend, Saturday looks really good, and that's an early peak. Here's our forecast, everyone. Mostly cloudy for the rest of the day. 56 degrees should be our high temperature. Winds out of the northwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. Into tonight, we'll see the temperature drop down to 43 under partly cloudy skies, 36 to 42 in the suburbs, and your 5-day forecast looks like this. Again, in and out of some clouds and maybe a little bit of a shower here and there. 62 Tuesday. Wednesday looks dry at 67. Nice and warm on Thursday with the shower coming our way potentially at 69. 60 on Friday, a little dip down, and 65 on Saturday. Looks just gorgeous. Right now it is 7:35, 53 degrees. Hope your Monday's off to a great start. Let's send it on over to Adrian.
Thank you, Dave. Big troubles by Kennedy Airport here, folks. That's eastbound traffic and an accident into the divider there. We've got heavy delays eastbound and westbound just past Kennedy, so give yourself some extra time. Good morning this morning to Detective Curran, Patrolman Hindeman, Dispatcher Misden, Fire Chief O'Connor, Captain Virag, and firefighters McKinney, Lombardi, Gom, Apt, and Goddess.
Keep on going.
Carteret's bravest and finest. Watching us right now and doing a great job. Let's talk about the FDR Drive northbound from the 70s up to the 90s. We had an earlier stall. It has been clear. Traffic finally moving here through the 90s. So that is good news. No major problems on the west side. But Kai has found a problem in New Jersey. Good morning, Kai. What are we looking at here?
Well, good morning to you, Adrian. It was a problem. Now it's no longer a problem. We did have an accident northbound just before the Raritan tolls here on the Garden State Parkway. This traffic that you see here, this is just that bottlenecking traffic coming out of those Raritan tolls. You can see once you get over onto the Driscoll Bridge, things clear up. Then again, it gets a little bit slow as you head up toward Route 1. Just keep that in mind. Back to you.
Thank you, Kai. And it's absolutely no picnic on the Turnpike this morning. Northbound 2 miles into exit 7A. We had a car carrier catch fire before it's extinguished, but the delays remain 2 miles northbound into 7A. Alternate side parking rules, they're in effect today. Jim, back to you.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pay attention.
I pay attention.
Stop looking at me. Congratulations to Debbie Lynch Weber and her husband John. She's a teacher at the Mulvihill Lynch School of Irish Dance every St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Well, Debbie had a baby boy, Liam Benjamin Weber, 8 pounds, 13 ounces. All right. So, and everybody's doing fine. So congratulations. Congratulations. I just want to say,
Wasn't she here?
Yeah.
I think we were talking about her expecting then, yes.
this is incredible. I mean, you mentioned it before.
Yeah.
But Adam Buckman in the Post, 4-star review of the Gilda Radner thing.
He said he had a lump in his throat.
This movie just wrecked me. I watched this thing from start to finish with an incredible lump in my throat. When it ended poignantly with a clip of Gilda herself, I was so distraught I could barely talk.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's how we used to. Now, David Bianculli, despite a game performance from Jamie Gertz in the title role, Gilda Radner, It's Always Something, is all but unwatchable. Oh, boy. Script is about as subtle as a sledgehammer. It's always something, just when you think it couldn't get worse, it defies those expectations again and again.
That's amazing.
Did these guys watch the same movie?
Different people
makes
have
you
different
wonder.
tastes.
And as Emily
That's
Latella,
incredible.
Jim, as Emily Latella would say, never mind.
Never mind, yeah.
She was a talent.
So when it comes down to reviewers,
See?
listen to Emily Latella. Up next, the do's and don'ts. Something you wanted to say?
No, I was listening to this. This is interesting stuff about job interviews.
The do's and don'ts of all that all-important job interview. Plus, say goodbye to messy mascara. Dave Sherrill's got the lowdown on the latest in eyelash beauty.
Someone please help me.
And it's been 50 years since Singing in the Rain. Debbie Reynolds here to celebrate. We'll talk to the entertainment legend in just a little bit. But first, take a look at your Dodge commuter forecast.
Fox Monday, Victor's ex-girlfriend reveals a secret so shocking.
Ask him about his little fetish.
Sheila.
Victor.
It could only happen on Allie.
What fetish?
Vanessa Williams guest stars.
You know I saw myself marrying you.
Can you really see us married?
Allie McBeal.
Tonight at 9 on Fox 5. This program is brought to you by Dodge. Get somewhere. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Drew's going back to school.
Are you sure you don't have time for this? I mean, working all day, going to school all night? Something's going to suffer, and I'm afraid it's going to be the drinking.
And he's got his eye on a senior.
Sounds like he's robbing the cradle.
She's 62.
Citizen.
Oh, my God, he's robbing the Craftmatic adjustable bed.
For your information, we didn't sleep together, okay? We just stayed up all night talking and stuff.
Did Drew see London? Did Drew see France?
Drew, did you see Giant Underpants?
Next, Drew.
Drew Carey, tonight at 6:30 on Fox 5, the home of comedy.
I needed a new mattress because I was moving to New York.
I picked up the phone, dialed 1-800-MATTRESS.
And I ordered it in the morning, and they were there when I got home from work.
M-A-T-T-R-E-S?
M-A-T-T-R-E-S.
M-A-T-T-R-E-S.
They delivered it, brought it up 3 flights of steps for me, set it up, took away my old stuff.
Everything from the service to the pricing just worked out perfect for me.
There's a jingle, isn't there?
1-800-M-A-T-T-R-E-S.
Call now. Last days. Sealy bestseller, only $4.99.
At 42nd Street, the applause begins the second the curtain goes up.
That is the most amazing feeling I've ever had in my whole entire life.
Come and meet those dancing feet.
Every night I get a thrill because I know that we're making people happy. It's a dream come true, being in 42nd Street, on 42nd Street in New York City. It's amazing.
Get your tickets today for the 2001 Tony Award winner.
Massachusetts. It's so much, so close. All you need to do is pack a bag and go. Plan your getaway at massvacation.com or call 1-800-552-MASS.
The wedding was set until we showed up.
Stop this wedding.
See why the Fox 5 problem solvers are calling off this ceremony tonight on the Fox 5 News at 10.
Ernabelle and Mike, semi-naked.
All right there, Jim. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! What's going on in there?
We were going to ask you the same thing.
Hey, what's that?
Toss that wire in the back there.
I think they're trying to tell us that we need to be getting dressed around here. But just wanted to tell you about what we got going on here. This is Laurie Selwyn, and she is one of the aerobics and fitness instructors here at Park Avenue Fitness. And we've got the aquatic fitness going on here. Ernabelle's in there already getting busy. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here.
Okay, well, actually, this is a combination class where you do aerobics and you do strength training.
Right.
And it takes advantage that it's a non-weight-bearing exercise so that there's no stress on the joints, so all fitness levels can participate.
Okay, now, I noticed that they're in there. They look like they're working pretty hard, but are they going to break a sweat here?
They absolutely will, but the water temperature helps regulate their body temperature so they don't feel it and they can actually work harder.
Okay, now, so they're working hard and they're doing all sorts of different exercises here. What about the age range here? I noticed we have quite a few different folks here, from the young to the older. What's going on there?
Actually, this class is normally intermediate to advanced, but anyone can really participate because the water is so forgiving and easy on the joints. And the classes are small enough that the instructor is able to really watch and make sure everyone's, participating properly.
Now, they're working hard enough to where they're breaking a sweat, but they're not necessarily sweating because they're in the water. Exactly. But they're doing both strength training and aerobics at the same time?
Yeah, well, they actually use equipment. They can use free weights and body boards. And what is really neat is when you get to your steady state, they do what's called plyometrics, which are explosive movements.
That's like what they have going on here, where they're jumping fully out of the water.
Which overloads the muscles, and you're really working harder, because the water adds 12 times the resistance of land activity.
Wow, so they're getting a lot of work done. And about how long do they go through these workouts here?
Well, about an hour, and it burns between 400 to 700 calories.
Wow, at 407 calories. Ernabelle's, I could see, she's telling me it's a lot of work. She's sweating there. I was in there with her earlier, and it is a lot of work, so you get a really good workout.
Absolutely.
And I know we've got more coming up here later on throughout the morning hours, but man, what a great workout, Aquatics workout.
Absolutely, it's for everyone, so.
See that? For everyone. Jim, Dave, y'all come on out here. This is what you're going to look like afterward. That's what she tells me.
All right. Get on out there.
Exactly. Come on down. We're not breaking a sweat, but we are.
I used to look like that.
You still look like that.
In my dreams. So you want...
You want to talk more about that?
You want a... you want a job? Go with him. He's going to be leaving soon.
You know what?
Oh, dear.
If you do want a job, and you think you're about to land a job, listen to Mario.
Very important fine points to landing that job, Jim. Lynn and Dave and everybody, good morning. So you've been looking for a new job, networking, sending out those all-important resumes, and finally one hits? Well, now you've got an interview, but how do you prep for it? We've got some tips for you to give you the edge and turn the tables on your prospective boss.
One of the things that you have to understand about an interview is that it's like a sales call. And in a sales call, you want to understand the needs and the goals of the particular participant that you're talking to, or the particular client.
Richard Groves is the president of Success Management Communications. He's a career counselor, and he shared some suggestions with us on how to do a great interview. He says that first and foremost, you should have a positive attitude and be thinking positive thoughts. That'll come across to the interviewer. Make sure that the resume is updated and it's tailored for the company and position that you're interviewing for. Next, do a profile on the company and the person you're meeting with. Find out all you can about the work that they do and any trends in the industry. It'll show that you've done your homework. Once you're in there, use the PAR principle to show them what you've got. P stands for
problem or solution or occurrence that's happened to you. A stands for action that you took, and R stands for results that came out of your actions.
He says that's the best way to show you're goal and solution oriented. So what's the next step?
You should follow up quickly with a letter, whether it's email or a letter sent out to the person who you've just spoken to. And you should elaborate on the things that you spoke about within the interview itself, such as how it went, the aspects of the interview, the things that the interviewer thought were important that they told you. Refer to those things. Highlight the positive aspects of that interview. And at the end of the letter, you should also indicate a time and date that you may be calling back to find out about the outcome.
And of course, don't forget to call back when you said you would. Find out when a decision is going to be made on the position and follow up. For more information, check out our website at fox5ny.com or with, as Jim calls them, Dave Price, Harry Human Resources, right here at Good Day New York. Jim, back to you.
Well, Dave, before he got into the television business, was a personnel person or a human resources person in a major American company.
Amazing.
And so we always look to you for comment upon these.
You say that's right on the money?
No, I think this is the best resume building and interviewing segment we've had on in ages. The guy's exactly right. So many people, first of all, have one resume which goes to everyone and doesn't specialize or talk about the skills they have which are appropriate for the jobs they're looking for. That is so key. Number two, talk about what results you've achieved, as this guy mentioned. Not just what you did, not the actions you took. But rather than saying implemented a plan to help reduce turnover, say reduce turnover by 70% through.
We just had that in the story.
I'm glad that you have a job.
I have a question
you have
for
a
you.
lifetime contract.
I have a question for you.
What?
When's the last time you wrote out a resume?
2 weeks ago.
Something
No,
we ought to
I
know?
don't write out my own. I help friends still do their resumes.
So when's the last time you submitted a resume for a job?
Well, in this business, we don't submit resumes. We submit tapes. And that I cannot comment on at this hour. But
so you're looking?
No, I'm not looking. As long as you're here, I'm thinking about being here. So, no, I'm very happy by your side.
I sent my tape once, though, as a Christmas present, because you know how difficult it is to get our tapes looked at,
Right.
before I had the almighty agent, so to speak.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wrapped it up.
Everybody's got to have a shtick,
Yeah.
whether it's a resume or
I
a
didn't
tape.
get the job, but he remembered me, he called me and said that was quite clever of you. I got a little more
that felt good
experience.
for a little while.
And he regifted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not bad.
Oh, boy. All right, Price Man's here now with the weather.
All right, everyone, 7:49 right now, 53 degrees. As we take a look outside, whoa, look at that picture. This isn't Kansas, but it sure looks that way right now. That's LaGuardia Airport in the background. Still probably some residual delays this morning. A lot of equipment didn't get in last
What
night.
would be the significance of those ominous skies?
Well, it depends on who you are. If you're staying inside, there's really no significance. If you're heading out into them in a plane, it could be a little bumpy. And that's how I'd summarize them, their apples.
The weather authority.
Thank you very much. 54 degrees on our way up to about 56 today. Still could see a scattered shower as evidenced by the clouds you're seeing out there. But for the most part, I think it's going to be cloudy with maybe even a little sunshine peeking out later today. In and out of cloud cover this week, and as far as temperatures go, we'll slowly climb up into the mid-60s. And looking ahead to next weekend, by the way, the Every Face race coming up in Prospect Park in Brooklyn. Am I correct?
Saturday morning, sign up 9 o'clock.
For Catholic Charities.
For Catholic Charities.
You will be there this year.
I'm going to be emceeing it. I don't know whether I run this year because I had a
sciatica,
a hamstring problem.
Gotcha. Well,
I can't improve. It's a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Or a pain in the leg.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Precise.
Well,
anyway, the Every Face race at 9 o'clock at the
Prospect
north, south, where, east, by the bar, by Farrell's bar there.
There we go. You know what?
There was a bar in
That's
there.
Jim's global positioning system. It's by Farrell's, and then it's about 500 meters from Kennedy's, and about 8 miles from McCormick's.
GPS, global pub system.
You head. All I know is you head to the tap, you make a left, and you go by the keg, and it's right there near the six-pack. Adrian?
Thank you.
Oh, why, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at the Triborough Bridge. Very heavy this morning. It shouldn't be, folks, because you can use the Midtown Tunnel and the Queensboro Bridge, but 25 minutes Bronx, Manhattan bound Triborough. Let's take a look at the Lincoln right now. The Lincoln getting a little bit heavy. We've got a 20-minute delay inbound at the Lincoln, 30 in upstairs at the George Washington Bridge. And to check out the Clifford, Milburn, Holland Tunnel, we have Kai flying overhead. Good or bad, Kai?
Actually, things looking pretty light here at the Holland Tunnel. We're going to update all the Hudson River crossings right now for you. As you can see here, inbound Holland Tunnel, only 5 to 10 minutes from the extension, 10 to 15 from 139, 1 and 9. That's your best bet if you're in the HOV category. If you're not, you're going to be heading over to the Lincoln or the George Washington Bridge. You just told everybody the Lincoln is at 20 minutes, George Washington Bridge, 30 at the upper, about 20 at the lower. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Kai. Westbound Southern State, the worst roadway coming off the island right now. Exits 25 to 18 westbound, all that because of an earlier problem. New Jersey Turnpike still 2 miles northbound into 7A with that earlier tractor trailer and car carrier fire. Alternate sides in effect. Jim, back to you.
Adrian, thank you very much. All right, still ahead this morning, you've got a piece coming up. Where's that book?
Yeah, a very interesting little book there.
How to understand your kids, a guide for children up to 3 years of age, parenting in the 21st century.
How was that when we were raising the little ones? What?
He is.
I'm still there.
Well, yeah, you're there again.
We'll have all the information you need to know for parenting right at your fingertips, and we will talk with entertainment legend Debbie Reynolds. She's going to talk about 50 years after Singing in the Rain. And she's got a new show as well. Plus, AJ out with some wannabe entertainment legends.
And the line's going around the block right now at 45th and Broadway. Jim, we're at the Millennium Hotel. This is Nancy from Long Island. Why do you want to be an American Idol?
Well, I think this is a great opportunity for me to show my talent to the world, and even if I don't make it, it'll be a great experience.
Blah, blah, blah. She wants the money and the clothes. We'll be back to talk to some of the hopefuls after the break here on Good Day New York.
Children woke up and they couldn't find them.
Is it okay for Rudy here to eat bean dip?
Introducing the 260 horsepower adrenaline pump. The new G35 from Infiniti.
All right, lots of youngsters Dave was just saying, being in Florida, which he was over the weekend, is like being in a suburb of New York. Well, it is a suburb of New York.
Right. It's really remarkable. I mean, how many people are, you know, down there who watch?
Absolutely.
All right. AJ over on Broadway with a lot of talented youngsters.
A lot of people want to make it in the business. You want to say hi to
Hi,
Dave?
Dave. Yeah. Okay, everybody there, leave Dave alone because y'all always picking on him. That is my friend. Hi, Dave. Who is she?
Dave is very happy you came to his defense.
Hi, back.
We all here are going to do a little song to let you guys know that we are really serious about this. So we all going to sing Fall.
Okay, let me set this up. This is American Idol is the name of the show that you guys are all coming out for here.
Right.
And it's coming to Fox beginning this June. So they're holding auditions down at the Millennium Broadway. It's right off of 45th Street. This line is going around the block. You guys have been out here since what time?
I've been here since about 5:45, 6 o'clock.
All right, well, let's hear you sing and see if you really got what it takes to be an American Idol.
Are you guys ready?
Get off the phone.
Oh, sorry. Talk on the phone, bro. We're going to sing Falling, okay?
Okay. All right.
I keep on falling.
Sometimes you make me blue. At times I feel good. At times I feel used. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. I keep on falling. Falling now. Oh, love with you. I'll never love someone the way I love my baby. I never felt this way.
Nice. See, so no matter what happens here today, it's pretty clear there are some very, very talented people. We'll be back to talk some more hopefuls a little later on here on Good Day New York. Jim.
Dave was here doing his little Willie John impersonation.
Oh, my goodness.
They were terrific. I bet there's a lot of talent on that line.
I would bet there is.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Still ahead as Good Day New York continues. A new guide for parents and the caregivers that puts critical child care information at your fingertips. Plus, it's been 50 years since Singing in the Rain, but Debbie Reynolds is going on the road with a new show. And the underwater workout could get you in shape. Hey!
You go,
Who is
girl.
that? Debbie? Whoa! Hey! We'll be back in 60 seconds or sooner.
With the CVS Extra Care card, it's not just about saving money on like 4,700 diapers. It's earning CVS money. It's not just another rewards program. It's a way to earn your favorite stuff free. The CVS Extra Care card. It's not just a piece of plastic. It's recognition of the fact that someone should pay you for a change. Every mom knows the difference, and so does one pharmacy. CVS Pharmacy, helping you make a difference.
I'm telling you, this is the best deal in town. I got the cruise control, air conditioning, power windows, door locks, and mirrors, all for $189 a month. What? Nothing. No, what?
You sound like a car commercial.
Didn't they tell you?
The Civic from Honda. It figures. Now you can lease a 2002 Civic LX for $189 a month for 36 months.
You're watching Good Day New York.
Good morning. Welcome back to Good Day New York. I'm Jim Ryan here with the gang, and here are the stories that are making news right now. The deal bartered by President Bush to end the siege at Yasser Arafat's headquarters is in trouble. The reason? Israeli armed forces have taken over the West Bank town of Hebron. A student at Polytechnic University in Brooklyn lies near death this morning. An ex-boyfriend stabbed her in the chest yesterday before killing himself with a gun. And hundreds of priests from throughout the Archdiocese will meet with Cardinal Egan today at St. Joseph's Seminary in Yonkers. They'll be giving their input into a proposed zero-tolerance sex abuse policy. In sports, Yankees, Mets, Islanders, all won. Islanders still alive now with the win over Toronto. Bryce Mann checking the weather for us.
All right, Jim, as we begin the week together, it looks like cloudy skies greet us this morning. Temperature rests at 54 degrees, maybe up another 2-3 degrees. That's going to be about it. A stray shower, yeah, possible to the north and west. Heading out over the next couple of days, well, a warm-up's in store for us, and the weekend's looking okay right now. We'll give you the details in just a couple of moments. Details? In the meantime, it started out so good, too. Let's send it on over to Adrian Nardo.
Thank you, Dave. Mass transit's been fine all morning, but some trouble still on the New Jersey Turnpike. Trying to get to the George Washington Bridge, the Cross Bronx, as usual. We'll tell you all about the trouble spots in just a few minutes. Good morning, Dick.
Good morning, Adrian. Well, there'll be 2 juries and 1 trial in the Carnegie Deli massacre case. We'll have that story for you straight ahead. Over to you, Lynn.
All right, thank you very much, Dick. When we come back, we're going to talk about understanding your children from birth to 3 years old. Maybe. Cheryl.
What about those 5-year-olds like Miss Amber? Hey, throw away the eyelash curler, throw away the mascara. We're going to show you how to build some long eyelashes coming up next. But first, we're going to also tell you about Debbie Reynolds, the legend. She's going to be here talking about the 50th anniversary of Singing in the Rain, all coming up. But first, over to you, AJ.
All right, Cheryl. You know, one of these people I'm walking next to right now here at the Millennium Hotel in Midtown could be the next American Idol. You?
Me, Daniel.
I don't know about Daniel over here. We're going to introduce you to some of these people who have come out to audition for the new show coming to Fox this summer. But first, over to you, Annabelle.
Hey, AJ, check it out. Good day, Baywatch. Remember, the key is slow motion. Good morning. We are live again at Park Avenue Fitness Center in Long Beach. We are continuing our underwater fitness. Check this out. It's a treadmill underwater.
That's right, and it really does provide a lot of resistance. This thing is a lot harder, but at least I'm looking like the $6 million man. That is the Bionic Woman. More on the underwater workout coming up on Good Day New York. Over to you, Jim. Check out the pruning.
What is pruning?
Oh, yeah, been in the water too long.
Yes. Pruning.
Cheryl thought he said check out the booty.
No.
Didn't miss that one?
Here now, Lynn Brown, the greatest with the latest.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Our top story right now, the cleanup operation at Ground Zero is slowly coming to an end, but the work is still dangerous. A 51-year-old firefighter from Queens was injured when a steel beam shifted and broke his leg. He's in stable condition at Bellevue this morning. Meanwhile, Mayor Bloomberg and Governor Pataki are reportedly working on plans for a 1-year observance at the site. Items under discussion include a week of events, including a moment of silence and a concert in Central Park. The Port Authority says it is better equipped and better prepared to guard Newark Airport and the Hudson River crossings. So it no longer needs the National Guard troops that have been on duty since shortly after September 11th. Officials say the Guard units will stay on at several nuclear power plants in the Garden State. The FBI says a number of passengers were acting suspiciously on a flight to Florida last night, so they called the U.S. Airways jet back to Philadelphia. The passengers in question were escorted off and questioned. Witnesses say one man kept talking to himself while looking down his shirt. Another man reportedly paid cash for a one-way ticket. The remaining passengers went through security again and then got on another flight to Orlando. More legal troubles for Michael Skakel, the founder of a Vermont private school, says the Kennedy cousin was suspended after threatening a teacher's wife with a ski pole. The incident happened 2.5 years after Skakel's neighbor, Martha Moxley, was beaten to death with a golf club in Greenwich in 1975. Skakel's trial begins May 7th. The winning big game lottery ticket is creating big problems between co-workers at a New Jersey nursing home. 20 employees at the Newark Health and Extended Care Facility say they each pitched in between $2 and $5 to buy the winning ticket. The disgruntled workers say 28-year-old Angela Marquez has the winning ticket, but Marquez claims he doesn't. Both sides have hired lawyers to fight it out. Finally, Christian Burset is going to be the talk of the school at Bernard's High School in New Jersey today. The 17-year-old junior just found out that he scored a perfect 1,600 on the SATs. He is one of only 587 students across the country to do that. That's out of more than 2.3 million students who took the test. That's the latest from Fox 5 News.
You know, the gentleman. Oh, well, you did pretty well, I'm sure, in your SAT.
I did not.
Look, he can't.
You did not?
No, I did not.
But you got into Cornell anyway. How'd that happen?
Intervention from God, because I have no idea how I got in, and even less of an idea how I got out. But I don't know. I got about a 1300 something on my.
You would have to score well in order to get into
Oh, you know what?
Cornell.
I did get a 1300. I got lower than that. I didn't test well, but I interviewed okay.
A lot of
806
people
right
don't
now.
test well.
What?
A lot of people don't test well,
Yeah,
but do well.
I would get awful stomach aches to the point where I would double over whenever I had to take an exam.
yeah, right, yeah. The wind took it.
Yeah, I've been next to you when the wind's taking it, and it's not pleasant. 54 degrees outside, right? Whoa, in fact, I'm going to walk on over to the weather wall
doing
right now.
flatulence jokes.
You know what? I am not. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the fact
It's only Monday.
Let's just go and talk about what's happening weather-wise. It's 54 degrees, everybody, and you're laughing at them. Midtown Manhattan, Times Square in the background. The umbrellas are out, and what does that mean? It means that there are, you bet, some showers out there. We talked about it. Remember, if you were watching earlier, I told you to bring, if you could, that umbrella. Thank you very much. Let's put up the numbers and see what's happening. Cloudy skies, 54 degrees. Jim said bumper shoot and wally. Those are British terms for umbrella. 80%.
Brawley.
What?
Brawley.
Brawley? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Wally. North winds at about 10 miles per hour with a rising barometer, everybody. And again, a quick shower passing through the area right now. 55 currently at JFK and LaGuardia. We're near our highs. I imagine we're going to level off once we see those northwest winds start to fly on in our direction. 54 at Newark, 48 degrees at the Price family headquarters, 45 in the Hamptons, 43 at Yale, 43 in Bridgeport, and 45 in Islip. Clouds, still plenty of them about. In fact, we don't even pick up all of them on the satellite. Some low cloud cover through the area, so keep that in mind. Maybe a little sun later on. 55 should be the high in Westport. Up one in Levittown, heading on out to Jersey. Montville should be at about 54. 57 in Helmetta and 53 in Bedford. 7:50 is when we'll see sunset roll in our direction. Not too bad today, not perfect though. Cooler air comes on in because of those northwest winds. System right now through Minnesota moves over the Great Lakes and in our direction. Tuesday night by Wednesday, we clear on out, see a nice day, and Thursday another system rolls in from Oklahoma, which could bring us a shower. Here's the forecast. The rest of the day today, we'll call for a high temperature of 56 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, winds out of the northwest, breezy today, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Into tonight, we'll see the temperature drop down to about 43, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a clear out, 36 to 42 in the burbs, and the 5-day forecast checks out as follows. Here we go, everyone. Heading into Tuesday, again, quick chance of a shower Tuesday night. 67 on Wednesday looks good. 69 on Thursday, warm up, but a little bit of rain. 60 on Friday, and Saturday looks really spectacular. We'll tell you about the full forecast once again in a little while and update you through the morning. 8:08 right now, 54 and a quick shower in the city. Adrian.
Thank you, Dave. Mass Transit's still fine. Headed to the airport to check with your airlines. Give yourself time. Staten Island Expressway. Here it is. Some pockets of volume between 440 and the Verrazano Bridge. If you're getting there, northbound 440 to the Outer Bridge crossing, a little bit slow with ongoing construction and a rough road surface there. Let's go to our next shot, which would be the New Jersey Turnpike. And there it is. Northbound Turnpike delays easing into exit 7A. We had 2-mile delays before because of an earlier car carrier fire. Farther north, a 13A disabled truck in the process of being cleared away. To the maps we go. Westbound Cross Bronx, heavy delays. Rosedale to Sheridan from an earlier accident. Inbound George, 30 minutes upstairs, 15 minutes to the lower level. Lincoln is a 20-minute delay. Westbound Southern State, your heavy delays. Exits 25 to 20, actually to exit 18. All that because of an earlier accident. Alternate side parking rules, they are in effect. Jim, back to you.
Adrian, thank you very much. Adrian is...
You were asking me a question. I answered you, and you tricked me.
No, I had a story here about a guy who found his grandfather's, or got mailed his grandfather's wallet, and I showed it to Dave. Dave said, it's stupid. And I said, it was given to me by the executive producer.
Don't do that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
And he suddenly changed his mind.
No, what you don't understand is in the hood, we say stupid, and that means...
Honey, I'm not going with you there. Not this
and that
time.
means it's good. I did not realize
want this job.
it was
Excuse
from
me, what hood would that be?
the hood where I'm going to keep my job. You know what? You didn't have to out me like that. This guy's been here 2 days, and I like him so far. I think he's
so far?
No, I really... I mean, you know.
Oh, you're waiting for something else to happen?
No, I think he's terrific.
Like a couple more stupid story ideas?
No, I think this is... In fact, what happened was you asked me what I thought, and I'd only read the first 2 lines, but the end is spectacular. It really is.
Hey, quickly, just so we let you in on it, San Francisco police officer who works at the same station where his grandfather worked more than 50 years ago got an unusual package in the mail, his grandfather's wallet, complete with identification and business cards, and $60. In 1951, John Payne, not John
This is a
Wayne,
good story.
Yeah, it is.
retired San Francisco cop, was on a business trip, left his wallet in a phone booth, and somebody found it and mailed it back to his grandson.
That's a great story.
Yes, it is now. When we come back, the new book that takes a lot of the guesswork out of caring for a child. Plus, we will talk with Debbie Reynolds about her new show. And how would you like to be an American Idol?
You know, image is very important when it comes to being a huge pop star. Vanessa here from Brooklyn is showing off the goods this morning. You're probably keeping warm, too.
Yes, very warm.
So are you nervous?
A little bit.
You should be. We'll talk to some more American Idol hopefuls coming up in just a minute on Good Day. What do you got on it?
If you've got a problem, call the Fox 5 Problem Solvers at 1-877-TEL-FOX-5. Closed captioning brought to you by your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer who invite you to test drive a Lexus today.
Closer than
Check OrlandoInfo.com for special family vacation deals in Orlando and Florida.
a new day has come.
New York's one and only light music station, 106.7 Light FM.
Have I told you lately?
It's today's light music.
I can be your hero, baby. I can feel you breathe.
Light music for the greatest city in the world, 106.7 Light FM.
Excuse me, where'd you get the blimp? Oh, I bought a set of Goodyear tires. I want some Goodyear tires.
Okay, honey.
Did you just move the blimp? No.
At Sears Auto Center, all Goodyear tires are 10 to 30% off, so you can get exactly what you want at the lowest prices of the season. Sears, where else?
It's Lucille's big sale. What's it cost to join? A big goose egg, nothing. 0 to join and 20% off your entire membership. Get it all during Lucille's once-a-year big sale. But hurry, sale ends soon. Lucille Roberts, fitness for women.
Making me swim like a tadpole.
Making customer service better.
Making me feel important.
And making it all simple. Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. Making healthcare work.
Fox Monday. What could finally drive Principal Harper out of Winslow High?
Stephen, are you leaving?
I don't know.
Boston Public. Then, falling in love was easy, but is Allie ready for what comes next?
Can you really see us married?
Allie McBeal.
It all starts tonight at 8 on Fox 5.
Jerry's flying first class.
Bon voyage, Laney.
Seinfeld tonight at 7:30 on Fox 5, the home of comedy.
Jury selection begins this morning in the trial of the men accused of murder over the Carnegie Deli. Dick Oliver's on the story. Ollie?
That's right, Jim. Nearly 1 year after the bloodbath above the Carnegie Deli, a selection of 2 juries begins today for the trials of 2 men. They're accused of killing 3 and wounding 2 others. It was a botched robbery, you'll remember, last May 10th in an apartment over the famous deli on 7th Avenue. Accused in the case, 30-year-old Sean Sally and 32-year-old Andre Smith, both charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder. Now, the major witnesses for the prosecution are 2 people who were shot in the head but managed to call 911 and survive. 2 juries will be selected, 1 for each defendant, because each says the other did the killing. Manhattan District Attorney Robert Morgenthau did not ask for the death penalty. If convicted, Sally and Smith face 3 consecutive sentences of 25 years to life in prison. Back to you, James.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so you have a small child in the house and you wonder what's on that little person's mind? Here's Lynn Brown.
That should be the end of the segment right there, but it's not. We are going to be talking with Suzanne Mushin. She is the CEO of Civitas, and she is one of the authors of this new book out called Understanding Children, 0 to 3 years old. We thank you so very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
I said to Jim, where was this? Where was this when we were raising kids?
Yeah.
What are some of the most important things in here?
Understanding Children really is what we think is the guidebook for the 21st century. So it's everything you would need to know about raising a child 0 to 3. And what is in here is all of the top 101 questions you'd ask. How do I get my child to sleep better? What should I think about in terms of help and daycare? How should I think about prenatal care? All of the very important questions that every parent would have. And
another one of the important questions in there, because we don't see this too much. You talk about dads and their role in raising the children.
It's so important to talk about fathers, and what we know is that fathers today more than ever before are taking care of children, not just on the sidelines, not just watching. So one of the wonderful things about Understanding Children is it's very up to the minute. So the fact that we address fathers and say to them, this is what's happening today with fathers and children. We talk about grandparents as well, which again is a sort of unique group of people to address when we talk about young kids.
And I like the way the book is laid out. It's very simple. It's got these great little blocked headings here. And one of the things in here that I was looking at, you talk about when kids get angry and aggressive.
Right.
How do you deal with that?
We have a whole section about what we call the terrible twos, which any parent, thank goodness, I have a 1 and a 4-year-old, so I'm past on one of them, coming up on the other. It's a very difficult topic for parents, and one of the things we try to tell parents is that, first of all, don't blame yourself. It's a natural stage in child development, and there are some concrete things we try to do.
I'm not to blame for all of those listening.
No.
It's really, really an interesting book. Here's a topic, I'm not sure if it's in here, I've been flipping through, but now Jim is on his second time around. He's got grown children, now he's got a little one. Do you address that?
We sure do. Parents today are taking care of so many different things. They're juggling multiple children, they're trying to deal with little ones, siblings. The whole sibling young child relationship is really essential to understand. I bet there's not one question that you'd have that this book doesn't address. One of the really special things we did is the bottom third, you ask about what should parents do. That's my baby boy, by the way.
Is it?
Yes. It's the action items. Anything you'd need to know right away if you just wanted to go there, the whole book would be useful to you.
Very good. Suzanne Mushin, we thank you so very much. Understanding Children. Pick it up. It really looks like a great book with a lot of different topics in it that you really need to know. The biggest one is, are you ready? Suzanne, thank you very much for joining us. Jim, back to you.
Thank you very much, ladies. Appreciate it. Price man sitting here saying you can reduce the book down to one phrase: spare the rod and spoil the child. That's not in anymore.
What are you talking about? Spare the rod? I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
You don't?
No, what does that mean? That
okay.
No, what's it mean? Spare the rod and what?
If you don't beat the kid up, he's not going to turn out fine.
Are you ready?
AJ is out with some would-be American Idols this morning. AJ?
Anxiety is in the air, Jim, here at 45th and Broadway. This line is going around the block. Hundreds of people have turned out this morning. You guys excited? All for the opportunity of perhaps getting a $1 million recording contract and becoming the next American Idol. This is Lewis and Ralph. They're from Long Island. They came out to audition this morning. Why do you want to do this? Why are you putting yourself out here, and why are you wearing a tank top when it's so cold?
I know. I had a sweater on, but I left it in the car, and I'm here because it's been my dream to be a pop star, to be on a stage and dance. If I could just become a backup dancer, that would just make it for me, but going a step further would just make my life so much better.
What's the appeal to it? Is it because you want the money, you want the women? I mean, what's the real appeal for you?
I mean, it's just pretty much being out there and having people wanting to see you and being recognized. You know, it's always been my dream to sing. It's always been my dream to be out there and do the one thing that I enjoy doing the most.
All right, it beats working for a living, as they say. Can we see you dance a little bit? Can you dance without the music? Can you sing, he dances? Yes. All right, hold on, I'm gonna cross the camera. Never do that, by the way, that's your first lesson. You sing, he dance.
You want me to sing?
Sing. But don't take my microphone.
All right.
That's against the law.
The strands in your eyes, the color them wonderful, stop me and steal my breath.
Come on, Lewis, interpretive dance.
and emeralds from mountains thrust towards the sky, never revealing their depth.
All right, we'll hear him sing.
And tell me that we belong together, dress it up with the trappings of love. I'll be captivated, I'll hang from your lips instead of the gallows of heartache. I'll hang from above.
All right, nice, man. Hold on a second, one second. Oh, that's Edwin McCain. He said, "Stop singing my song."
Oh, okay.
That was really nice. Thanks. You know, you'll dance for them. The line is starting to move inside. So many people turned out for this morning that they actually are going to be holding auditions again tomorrow. But for right now, we're going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you. The guy was waiting to dance. He said, "How do I dance to that?"
A ballad.
All right, still ahead this morning on Good Eddie York. Long, think eyelashes.
Stop
Just
it,
think
Jim.
eyelashes.
Thick, it's a misprint.
Oh, without the daily foos. Or fuss. Cheryl will tell us how that is done. And we're talking this morning to entertainment legend, Debbie Reynolds. And everybody in the pool. Mike, Annabelle. Oh, look at this going on here.
Kids, turn away.
Les Miserables. From the moment they first stormed the barricade, it's the one musical that has taken theatergoers on the crusade of a lifetime. The Phantom of the Opera. From the moment he first stepped out of the shadows, it's the one musical that has held theatergoers captive like no other. Broadway's best ever. Isn't it time you saw them both?
Thanks for letting us interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you the Great Tri-State 2002 Credit Drive, where even if you've had a bankruptcy, repossession, foreclosure, or no credit at all, we may be able to help you be on your way to getting a newer car right over the phone.
That's right, Nicole. And when these people call in, they'll be able to gain the years of experience that our operators have, and we may be able to get them in a newer car regardless of their past credit situation.
You know what? Just call 1-800-FAST-CREDIT or apply direct online at fastcredit.com. Now back to your show.
Selling a home? Insist on a multiple listing. Thousands of local agents delivering you more qualified buyers, a faster sale, and the best deal. Go multiple. Insist on a multiple listing.
Glenn Peterson has 3 growing kids and a budget to stick to, so ShopRite's helping him provide the best at low prices. In addition to over 2,000 weekly sale items, Glenn's Price Plus card gives him even more discounts.
Make ShopRite your summer headquarters. These resin stacked chairs are just $2.99 with your Price Plus Club card, and this Daewoo 7150 BTU air conditioner only $169.99 with your Price Plus Club card.
Always fresh and always for less. ShopRite.
Mama keeps white with a new glow. Mama's got the magic of Clorox bleach.
Clorox bleach gets these stains off whites because it doubles the stain removing power of your detergent.
Mama's got the magic of Clorox bleach.
On the next Montel, relationships on the brink of breaking apart. You slept with her 16-year-old brother.
Yes. I can't believe that you did it the morning that we got married.
Is the child her husband's or her teenage lover's?
Plus,
Ashley is convinced her baby is BJ's.
You know that by 100%.
Not by 100%.
That's because Mike thinks it's his. What does our paternity test reveal that causes this? Betrayed lovers and surprising DNA results on the next Montel.
Today at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Fox 5.
"15-minute Hall of Fame." Okay, let's run it down quickly. Tina Yothers.
Family Ties, bad singer. Go ahead.
Richard Jewell.
Olympic Park accused bomber.
Yeah.
Didn't do it, sued.
William Perry.
William Perry.
Sports.
The refrigerator.
Refrigerator. Yeah,
Right.
refrigerator.
Emmanuel Lewis.
This guy. Next.
Hey.
Next.
Divine Brown.
Oh, well, you know what?
Hugh Grant.
Backseat will travel. Next.
Hugh Grant, okay. Joseph Hazelwood.
Captain of the Exxon Valdez. Next.
Okay. Maris Lysis Gonzalez.
She was in Ilian's Carekeeper.
Ilian.
Yeah.
Good.
Go ahead.
All
Next.
right, more later. Okay. We're going to head off to Ernabelle and Mike.
Emmanuel Lewis.
Hey, good morning, Jim. Hey, good morning, Jim. We are back at the Park Avenue Fitness Center in Long Beach, Long Island, continuing our underwater fitness. Mike Woods is now in the water with Karen, our fitness trainer here, learning something called Aqua Trends. And here to explain all of this is Billy Calora. He is a fitness trainer here at Park Avenue. And what is Aqua Trends?
Oh, it's a way to work out in the water with less resistance on your joints if you have an injury. Still hard. Right now, Mike and Karen are both performing a pull-up, which works your upper back muscles, your shoulders. If you have arthritis, it's good for the joints. If you're a pregnant woman, it's less stress on your joints, also less stress on the back. Right now, they're performing a Tricep Dip, which works the shoulders and triceps.
Now, why is this better than, let's say, doing it outside the water? What makes it different?
Well, you're more buoyant in the water. It's less stress on the joints. So if you have an injury, it's different. It's cross-training. You're getting resistance from the water, which makes it a little tougher than a land exercise as well.
Now, because you're doing it in the water and there is less stress, do you have to do more reps?
No, you can do more slow and controlled. You also have ankle water weights that you can put on to create more resistance if you like Mike, and a little stronger. If you want to make it harder, add a little resistance. Right now they're performing scissor kicks, which works the inner and outer thigh as the body as well.
So, Mike, how are your inner and outer thighs doing?
They're burning already. The water's warm, but I'll tell you what, the kicks really do kind of work it out.
Also,
okay, well, Jim, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
All right, Ernabelle, thank you very much. Still ahead, news is next, and those long, thick eyelashes you always wanted without all the fuss. We'll also talk with none other than Debbie Reynolds.
Are you ready for summer? Weight Watchers wants you to enjoy all the pleasures of the season. That's why with our winning points plan, you can eat any food you like, stay satisfied, and still lose weight. Remember, summer food tastes best in summer clothes. Join Weight Watchers now and get our new guide to satisfying meal and snack ideas free, plus free registration. Call 1-800-651-6000.
Weight Watchers. Real food, real life, real results.
During the Chrysler Challenge, we challenge you to find any brand that gives you $1,500 cash allowances, or 1.9% financing, and 7-year 100,000-mile protection on engines and transmissions. Only one brand gives you all that. Chrysler. And now you can take advantage of great offers on the sporty Sebring sedan. Go ahead, compare, and you'll see just where we're leaving the competition. Great products, great protection, great value. Take the Chrysler Challenge.
I needed a new mattress because I was moving to New York.
I picked up the phone, dialed 1-800-MATTRESS.
And I ordered it in the morning, and they were there when I got home from work.
M-A-T-T-R-E-S?
M-A-T-T-R-E-S.
M-A-T-T-R-E-S.
They delivered it, brought it up 3 flights of steps for me, set it up, took away my old stuff.
Everything from the service to the pricing just worked out perfect for me.
There's a jingle, isn't there?
1-800-M-A-T-T-R-E-S.
Call now. Last days. Sealy bestseller, only $4.99.
Introducing EmpireBlue.com, where Empire's Blue Cross Blue Shield members can research doctors in the largest network of physicians and hospitals in New York.